Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamline Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. So, social media has always been a great outlet and a great place for us to market our services as attorneys. But I think in the last couple months, it's only become more critical and more helpful to be able to interact with our potential clients over social media. And so, if you don't have a social media presence, first of all, I would highly encourage you to look into that and start developing that. But what really has happened now is, I don't know if you've had the same experience, but I'm getting a lot more people corresponding via Facebook Messenger. And sometimes that can be really tricky because a lot of times it's just another place to look and another place to check. And now I've got a lot of inboxes coming in. So I wanted to talk to you guys about some tips and tools that you can use to manage that Facebook inbox, because I do think it's a fantastic way to reach out to potential new clients and to communicate with your current clients, for a myriad of reasons. But I want to make sure that it's not adding another burden onto you. And instead, it's giving them another outlet that we can encourage them to use to contact us. So a couple of things that I would recommend here. I'm going to switch on over to my screen so we can start looking at things. First of all, Smith AI, they will answer your Facebook Messenger chats for you. So if you have Smith AI, or if you're thinking about using an answering service, or even if you're not, frankly, you can look into their chat box feature, which will also allow them to respond to your Facebook messages as well. So definitely check that out. You'll see on their website they've got a real nice video on how to set that up. It's super easy. They've got the steps written out here. And of course, you can chat with them to get more information, and I'm sure their pricing as well. So check that out, because that is a really nice option. The next thing I want to look at is Zapier. I love Zapier, and I talk about Zapier a lot, but specifically when we talk about Facebook messages. So I have my Zapier set up to zap my Facebook messages directly into Clio so that I can track them there and I can work with them there. You can do the same thing with Zapier and have those zapped right into your Clio Grow inbox if you wanted to, which works really nicely. In fact, it may even work better than Manage, because Clio Manage, unfortunately, Clio doesn't know who the message was from. The Facebook messages don't give us a lot of identifying information. And so while it is helpful to preserve these here and for me to be able to keep them with the file when I'm working with a client, it also can be very helpful to have those in Grow so that I can start nurturing that relationship with potential new clients, because that's really who I get more contact through through Facebook Messenger. So that's always a great option. When you look at Zapier, there's other options as well. So, for example, if we look at Zapier and we look specifically at the Facebook Messenger page where it talks about the different possibilities, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see there's one trigger that we can take from Facebook Messenger, but thankfully it's the one we need. The one where it will create, it will trigger when a new message is sent to the page. Well, from there, I can do all kinds of things. As we mentioned, I can trigger from the new message and send it into Clio, send it into Clio Grow. But some other neat things that I've done, I've sent those also via email to an assistant. So I use Gmail for my email. So I just have a Zap set up that when a new message comes in through Facebook Messenger, it sends a message to my assistant so that she can respond to that right away, and we can have that really great response time that Facebook does track. So that's very helpful. And then the other thing that we do is set up auto responses. So I have a Zap set up that will basically, you'll see here, the other action that Facebook can take is to send a message from the page. So basically I have a Facebook to Facebook Zap, which says when a new message comes in, send a message back out to that same person. And so it auto responds right away. That person gets that instant gratification, and I keep that really high score with Facebook, because now I have a really high response time on my page, which is always fantastic. So those are some of the ways that we can use, and there's a lot others, but those are some of the ways that we can use Zapier to help us respond to these messages. And then lastly, if you're using some type of social media manager like HootSuite or something like that, they also can handle those messages coming in as well. So for example, I'm here in my HootSuite account and I've got all my feeds up. Of course, being able to see all my mentions in one place is a nice thing. But in addition to that, you'll see on the left-hand side over here on this toolbar is an inbox. And when I click on that, it's going to show me all my messages from Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, all my direct messages. So being able to consolidate those three in one place is super, super helpful. So hopefully one of those options works well for you, and hopefully that will help you keep these messages under control. Because like I stated at the beginning, it really is a fantastic way to reach out to our clients, or rather our potential clients, and really pique their interest and get them to interact with us. But we don't want it to be one extra place that we have to look, or one extra thing that we have to do. And so the more that we can funnel giving them some really great access and funnel that into places we're already looking or already checking, can be a really, really great move. So I hope that helps. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you on social media.